Ay, nasa na yan? Ito na. Ay ka. Hindi ko alam kung anong dapat ko makita.
Start of game activation is live and
Hindi, may la... Teka, saan to saan? Ano mo nakikita yung nakikita ko? Tingin. Ayan, nakita ko na. Ah. Gamitin ko alin?
Attention, there are leftover French fries in the Jack Attack room. Leftover French fries in the Jack Attack room. However, it's just the small bird ones. Thank you.
So, papasok ako ulit.
We could refocus that light so that it's not in my face.
Saan?
That would be great. Refocus light number 17. Thank you.
And cue the nose blow sound effect.
Teka.
okay. Is anybody listening to me right now because my mom's here and she needs
Ah, okay.
go to the bathroom.
Nililito mo ko.
Albert, hey lady, come on this way. So what do you gotta do, number 1 or number 2?
Piddle paddle.
That's right. Hey guys, what you playing?
Piddle paddle.
Fiddle paddle? Can I play?
Sure, just roll the dice.
Go.
And
This is You Don't Know Jack 2015. I'm your host, Cookie Masterson. And hey, wipe that smile off your face. This is serious. Okay, just kidding. There will be farts and stuff.
Parang feeling ko may delay dito.
Hello, you two. Try not to make each other cry, okay? There's your hardware. If you think another player is clueless, screw them and make them answer immediately. If they miss it, you win extra cash. And today's wrong answer of the game is being brought to you by
The San Francisco Otter Choir. Free concerts every Wednesday, except for mating season.
Try to choose the wrong answer, brought to you by our sponsor to get prizes and cash. All right, here we go.
Get ready, time for question.
Go.
1.
To get things rolling, Bootyful. Let's analyze one of Kim Kardashian's body parts. About what percentage of Kim Kardashian's brain is just made up of water? 10%, 40%, 80%, or 100%?
Hindi pa. Ngayon ko pa nakikita yung tanong. Oo.
Player 2. Players 1 and 2. Smart people choose this. Kim Kardashian's brain, and everybody else's brain for that matter, is made up of about 80% water. But that other 20% is just so round and firm, I can't stop thinking about it.
Oh, mama gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Say it so.
Ah.
Coming up next, his acting is all right. So, you know how they called Matthew McConaughey's resurgence as an actor his McConaissance? Well, if Matthew McConaughey is currently experiencing a McConaissance, then what period of his life just ended? The McCona Dark Ages, the McCona Industrial Age, the McCona Middle Ages, or the McCona Enlightenment Age? Time's a-wasting. Player 1. Player 2. All wrong. Let me show you something. The Renaissance first occurred in Italy in the late 14th century, immediately following the Middle Ages. So the McConaissance would follow the McCona Middle Ages.
Just.
Which is funny because most Renaissance sculptures also need to put on a damn shirt.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
Coming up, brought to you by the letter Unibrow.
Mukha.
And if you get this one right, I'll rustle up some extra moolah for you. Arrange these Sesame Street characters in order of fewest to most eyebrows. Bert, Ernie, the Count. Ernie, Bert, the Count. Bert, Ernie, the Count. The Count, Bert, Ernie, or Ernie, the Count, Bert. Player 2, Player 1. Whoa, oh, that was nice. Player 2, the Count would be so disappointed. Next time, try this. Ernie has no eyebrows at all, Bert has one long single eyebrow, and the Count has two eyebrows! And yet, none of them have ever blinked.
Sana sinama nila si Mr. Snuffleupagus.
Let's try Duck, Duck, Swan. Say the cast of Duck Dynasty attends a performance of Swan Lake and thinks there are real waterfowl on stage. In their confusion, which character would they most likely shoot? Siegfried, Benno, Von Rothbart, or Odette?
Hindi ko alam.
Player 1. Can't do anything right, can you? Player 2. Odette is a princess who has been turned into a swan, so the Duck Dynasty crew would probably fill her full of lead. Especially if they find out she once fooled around with a lady swan in college. Say hello to the man in the backwards yellow hat, and it's a dis or dat. Player 1. Since your score stinks so bad, this one is all yours. I'm going to read off 7 things, and for each one, you tell me if it's an alleged antic by pop star Justin Bieber, or an antic by the classic children's book character Curious George. If it's Justin Bieber, press the X button. If it's Curious George, press the B button. Player 2. Choose your answer before Player 1, and if Player 1 gets it wrong and you get it right, that cash is yours. Cool, let's do it. Peed in a mop bucket.
Ano hindi ko magana?
Ew, baby, 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 ew. I think we can all agree that it's time for that little bastard to get deported. And then it's your turn, Bieber. That'll wrap up round 1. Remember, in round 2, every question is worth double. And don't forget, the wrong answer of the game is still there for the taking. Let's get back to the action. This one's called Dumber and Dumberer 2. So there's Dumb and Dumber, and then there was Dumb and Dumberer, and then Dumb and Dumber 2. Makes perfect sense. Now, going back a few decades, there was The Odd Couple and The Odd Couple 2. So, if another remake of The Odd Couple used the superlative adjective, it would be called The Blank Couple. Odd, odder, oddest, or odderest.
Bakit?
Players 1 and 2. And that's just
Saan naglalaro ngayon?
answer
Sa
I
phone
am.
o saan?
Want to see the right answer? Odd is the adjective, odder is the comparative adjective, and oddest is the superlative adjective. But of course, everyone who made the original Odd Couple movies is dead, which means it's the perfect time for Rob Schneider to swoop in and revitalize the franchise.
Question 7. Yeah, this ain't your monkey bang.
It's time for Let It Go, Let It Go, Let It Go. At which temperature would Olaf from the movie Frozen melt and die? 30 degrees Kelvin, 30 degrees Fahrenheit, 30 degrees Celsius, or 30 degrees Rankine? He's a snowman. Player 2, clock's a ticking. Player 1, sucks to be you. Player 2, 30 degrees is below freezing in Fahrenheit and insanely below freezing in Kelvin and Rankine. But it's pretty balmy in Celsius, about the equivalent of 86 degrees Fahrenheit. And I know, blah, 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 he can magically be saved, but I'm talking about what would happen in the real world to a talking snowman.
Follow me down to the sea.
And now, Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus?
Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
First spotted in 1879. Kangaroo, Peanuts, Albert Einstein, or Uranus? Player 1. Albert Einstein was first spotted in 1879, the year he was born. Probably by a midwife or something, over a century after Uranus was discovered and even longer after kangaroos and peanuts. I've heard baby Einstein cried a lot because he left behind some important equations on the uterine wall. Player 2. That answer has a hole in it. May I introduce Wine or Lose? If the Washington Redskins rebranded themselves with a non-offensive red-skinned mascot, what could they be called? The Washington Chardonnays, the Washington Malbecs, the Washington Pinot Blancs, or the Washington Rieslings? Watch your clock. Player 1. Uh-oh. Player 2. This is right. Oops. This is white, which is wrong. Watch how easy this is. Chardonnays, Pinot Blancs, and Rieslings are all white-skinned grapes, but the Malbec grape is red. Although to a connoisseur like myself, Malbec is very offensive. Oh yes, I do say that was quite a burn. Next up, I want to lick and roll all night. If Kiss singer Gene Simmons' tongue grew to the average length of an adult giraffe's, how deep into a woman's mouth could he stick it when he kissed her? About 5 inches deep, about 10 inches deep, about 20 inches deep, or about 30 inches deep? Player 2. Player 1. I don't think that's even as long as the tongue he already has. I so wanted you to pick this one. An adult giraffe's tongue is on average about 18 to 20 inches long. So that's about how deep into a woman's mouth a giraffe-tongued Gene Simmons could stick it. And if Gene Simmons' neck grew to the length of an adult giraffe's, he may not even need women anymore. Brace yourself.
Yeah.
Of course, who wants to hear my yapping? Oh, I'm still doing it. Sorry. Here you go. Your house is made of what? What materials are their houses made from? Good luck.
Hindi ko rin mag-gets. Paano ko siya makasagot at super delete? Hindi ko alam. Paano ko mananalo?
Player 2 is our winner! Hey, Player 2, I got news for you. If you were trying to lose, you can't even do that well. Here's another late-breaking news item.
You don't know Jack!